Down at 68. We held in the upper 60s all night here in the city. 65 in Millville, and you're feeling the humidity much like yesterday. It hasn't gone anywhere. Satellite and radar showing it's a little brighter to the south than it is to the north. Overall, it's a mix of sunshine and some clouds today. You see those showers north and west. We could get a spotty storm, I think, north and west later today, but most areas just stay dry today. At 8 o'clock, it's mild and muggy at 72. At lunchtime, partly cloudy into the low 80s, into the mid to upper 80s. At 4 o'clock, it's warm, it's humid, with a storm brewing north and west and kind of falling apart by 8. It's 78 degrees for your high. So, Matt, today, temperatures making it to the upper 80s. It's a warm and sticky June day.
Let's check in again as we're looking at the weekend ahead.
Got to talk about the weekend. I want to talk about the shore, the Poconos, so let's get into it for the weekend. We've got some storms around. It's now looking like maybe a better chance in the end we wind up getting more rain Sunday than Saturday. I think Saturday we get a couple of scattered storms or a downpour, especially late morning into the afternoon. Sunday it looks especially late day and into the night, so not raining the whole time. But we do have the threat for some rain, and we'll watch for that. 80 on Saturday in the city, on Sunday 78. What about your shore plans? Moderate risk of rip currents tomorrow, and temperatures in the low 70s. You start off with fog, and maybe you get a shower or storm at times on Saturday, but not by any means all day. Sunday, it looks like really late day into the night. You get perhaps some heavy rain, and that high then is 69. If you're heading to the Poconos for the weekend, 72 in Lake Harmony with a shot for some downpours on Sunday, 68 degrees. And again, some precipitation especially at the end of the day on Sunday. So not raining all weekend. Here's this front we've been watching here. It gets awfully close to us today. So we'll be watching for the chance for a storm around, but I think it's only really north and west of the city. So most areas stay dry today. Head into the pool. It's warm and it's humid out there. At 8 o'clock, it's 72. At lunchtime, it's 83. Kids come home from school. Maybe they want to take a dip because it's 86 degrees. Most of the area dry. It's north and west. You could see a storm around. Heading out at night, it's still 79. Stays warm and muggy all night. Let's look at the storm chance. So this is Future Tracker showing today sometime between 3 and 6. This model is suggesting 5:30. You see a couple of storms, especially if you're in Reading and you're in Allentown. Everywhere else, you're mostly dry. So watch for that north and west where you've got an isolated chance. Any one could be a little gusty. And then tomorrow, maybe we get some scattered showers or a storm, maybe a downpour. This is a look at 11:30 in the morning where it looks a little active. Then much of the afternoon, you're kind of in and out. I think there's lots of dry time, but kind of hard to plan a barbecue. This model suggesting maybe it's late as 7 when that front comes through with a thunderstorm. Yesterday we had said, oh, the evening looks dry. Now it's just looking a little iffier if that front kind of comes through a little later. But you could see a storm coming through as late as 7 before you dry out. Here's a look at your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day. It's warm and sticky. The only chance for a storm is really northwest. Mostly dry today, 87. Good shot for some scattered showers, a storm, maybe even a downpour Saturday, but you also get some sunshine. It's 80 degrees, it's warm and humid. Sunday, it looks a little cloudier, some afternoon downpours leading into the night, 78. Monday's now mostly dry, maybe a shower in the morning, clouds and some sun during the day, 82 degrees, probably okay for the fills. It's not easy being involved with school children this time of year when nobody wants to go to school, they want to play. I'm with you. Matt's with you. He walks every day to get his morning ice cream or water ice.
Of course, morning ice cream.
So here's your forecast for that. At 2 o'clock, can you wait till 2, Matt? It's 85 degrees. At 4 o'clock, it's 86. It's warm, it's humid this afternoon. At 6 o'clock, it's 84. Give the kids a treat. Give yourself a treat out there. That kind of day. It's really muggy out there, too. One spot we've got some issues is down by the shore where we have near zero visibility in Millville, 1/4 mile in Dover, 1/4 mile in Atlantic City. So you want to watch for that as you're heading out the door. Satellite and radar showing 2 things we're watching. All right, we've got the showers down to the south, and it looks like they'll be suppressed down to the south, but I'm keeping an eye on that. We have those showers out to the west that look like they kind of fall apart by the time they hit us. I think the best chance to see some precipitation is north and west of the city late afternoon. So in the Lehigh Valley, you've got to watch for the chance for a gusty thunderstorm. I think even your far western suburbs out in Reading, you're dealing with that later today in 86. In the city, it's warm and humid. If you get a storm, it's really isolated chance. I don't think it's too widespread, 87. 77. At the shore, we're dry today, but it's cloudy start. You saw all those morning fog issues, but even the clouds kind of stick around, and then we get some sunshine and a high of 74. So it really kind of depends on where you are as to what you'll get. Probably the same with the traffic, right?
You know that I need my
morning as you're getting the kids ready for the bus stop today. The shorts and tees will do it. 69 degrees at time of pickup. And that's between 6 and 10 degrees warmer than it was at this point yesterday. So you're noticing the difference in the air already this morning. At drop off, it's 89, even warmer than yesterday when we hit 88. So it's a hot afternoon, a decent amount of sunshine. We do have some clouds mixing in today as well, but at least we're dry today. So no umbrella needed. Satellite and radar showing the high thin clouds that are already here. It's a little brighter north of the city than it is south of the city right now, but that cold front out to our west, that's holding off. That's going to be our problem for the next couple days, but not today. So hot and humid in the Lehigh Valley, 90 for your high, trying for 90 in the city. I think some suburbs hit 88, 89, but likely hitting 90 in the city and north and west. At the shore, it's cooler with a breeze and a high of just 75 degrees. Want to beat the heat, Matt?
Let's go over to Karen Rogers. Good morning.
Let's do it, guys, because you know what? It's turning hot, it's turning humid. I got to help you plan the next few days for you. Maybe you're thinking of going to the shore. Good idea. Find a place to beat the heat, dive into a pool. We haven't had a lot of pool days. This would be the hottest day so far this year. Yesterday was the hottest day we had so far this year with 88, and we'll do better than that today. Hitting near about 90 degrees in the city today with sunshine mixing with the clouds. It's much cooler at the shore in the mid 70s. Pretty comfortable there. Friday, 86 degrees. At the shore, it's 72. So if all this is a little too much for you, you don't like the heat and humidity, if you can head to the shore, you're doing a lot better. Satellite and radar showing we do have a lot of high clouds through the region, and that's all spreading out with this area of low pressure down to the south, and it's also helping just stall that cold front. All of that means we're staying dry today. The low doesn't influence us today. It's slowing down that cold front, so that's not hitting us today either. But it's a day with clouds and some sunshine. They're mostly high, thin clouds, giving the sky kind of that milky appearance. The flow today is out of the southwest. It's not much of a breeze in the city. It is kind of gusty later today along the coastline, though. But this is helping pump up the heat and humidity through the region. So 62 degrees right now in Allentown, 65 in Trenton, 66 in the city, 67 in Wilmington, 61 in Millville, holding in the upper 50s in Tabernacle. That's the one spot there. But the other day, we were in the 40s in these suburbs. It's slowly been getting warmer, and today is warmer than it was yesterday morning. So maybe you're thinking of cooling off in the pool today. At 8 a.m., it's 72. You're noticing a lot of clouds, some sunshine. At lunchtime, it's 83. At 2 o'clock, we're warming up to 86. At 4 o'clock, as the kids are getting off the bus, it's about 89 degrees, briefly hitting about 90 and near that time in the city. At 6 o'clock, it's 86. Even at 8 o'clock at night, if you have to work all day, you're stuck in the office, you want to head out for a jog at 8 o'clock at night, it's still warm and pretty sticky and 82 degrees. Look at these highs, hitting about 90 in the city, 90 in Allentown, 90 in Trenton, but a lot of the suburbs holding in the upper 80s. Still pretty warm and still feeling humid out there. Along the shore points, again, you're in the mid 70s. So when does that front impact us? It gets a little closer tomorrow. Couple of spots. This is a look at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Get a spotty storm. Now, the Storm Prediction Center says if we're in the Lehigh Valley, for areas north and west, we need to watch for any one storm getting a little gusty. But I think many areas just stay dry. It's spotty tomorrow. Then it really comes on Saturday with a better chance in the morning hours of seeing some downpours here or there, especially south of the city. This is a look at 8 o'clock. And even through the afternoon at 3, 4 o'clock, a couple of thunderstorms that could produce some good downpours because there's a lot of moisture in the air on Saturday. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. It's hot, it's muggy today, a high near 90. And then tomorrow, still warm, rather humid, a high of 86. Watch for a spotty storm. Many areas just stay dry, but could see a gusty storm if you're up in the Lehigh Valley. Saturday's muggy. We're going to see some downpours at times, not all day, but even in the afternoon, a thunderstorm around. Looks like the evening hours. If you're looking for a drier, brighter time, I'd try the evening on Saturday. On Sunday, some sunshine. A shower holds that temperature down to 77. Best chance for a shower is late in the day. Monday, limited sun. Looks like some when I come home. Floating in there like you've been threatening.
Surprise.
You better bring the drinks if you're coming. Good morning, everybody. Here's what you need to know. Finally, we get a pool day. We had one yesterday with temperatures reaching the upper 80s, a high near about 90 today. It's not bright and sunny. We do have a lot of high, thin clouds, but you're noticing the humidity too, so you want something refreshing. It's feeling pretty sticky out there already, and that mix of sunshine and high clouds around. Look at the numbers right now. 66 in the city, 62, a little more comfortable there in Allentown, but already kind of muggy, holding at 58 in Tabernacle, but waking up on the boards in AC at 66 degrees, 60 in Middletown. That flow out of the south, it's just kind of pumping up a warm and humid air mass. Satellite and radar, though, showing the high clouds that have spread through the region. It's a little brighter north of the city right now than it is south of the city, but I think we see sunshine mixing with those clouds today. So here's what you can expect at 8 o'clock. It's a mild morning. We're already at about 72 degrees. At lunchtime, it's warm and muggy and 83. At 4 o'clock, a hot afternoon, about 89 degrees. At 8 o'clock, a warm evening. Even at 8 o'clock, it's about 82 degrees. So highs ranging, Matt. I think we hit 90 in the city. A lot of the suburbs stop in the upper 80s, and that traffic is stopped already. It seems too early.